Hello everyone and welcome back to Health Horizon with Pushpa. In today's session, we'll be exploring one of the most essential system in the human body, that is cardiovascular system, with a particular focus on blood vessel. The term cardiovascular is derived from two words, cardio and vascular. The term cardio refers to the heart, a muscular organ responsible for pumping blood, and vascular refer to the vast network of blood vessels through which blood circulates. Together they form an integrated system that transport essential substances to and from the body tissue, and the heart pumps blood into two anatomically separate systems of blood vessel, that is pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Through pulmonary circulation, the right side of the heart pumps deoxygenated blood to the lungs, where gas exchange occurs. The blood collects oxygen from the air sacs and excess carbon dioxide diffuses into the air sacs for exhalation. And through systematic circulation, the left side of the heart pumps deoxygenated blood to the rest of the body, enabling the delivery of the nutrients and oxygen while collecting waste product for excretion. There are several types of blood vessels like arteries, arterioles, capillaries, sinusoids, veins, and venules. The heart pumps oxygenated blood into the artery, which branch into a small arteriole and then into capillary, where the exchange of gases and nutrients occur. In certain organs, wider capillary called sinusoids allow more extensive exchange. After this, blood enters venules, which merge into veins that return the deoxygenated blood back to the heart. This cycle ensures the continuous circulation throughout the body. Now talking on these blood vessels one by one, firstly talking on arteries and arterioles. Artery carry oxygenated blood from the heart, and these have three structural layers. First one is tunica adventitia, which is the outer fibrous layer. Tunica media is the middle smooth muscle and elastic layer. These allow the vessel wall to stretch, absorb the pressure wave generated by the heart as it beats, and tunica intima, which is the inner endothelial lining of the arteries, and the arterioles are the smallest branch of the arteries and play a key role in regulating blood pressure. Now talking on capillaries and sinusoids. These are the smallest blood vessels and serves as the primary site of exchange between blood and tissue. Capillaries are composed of a single endothelial cell layer and lies on a thin basement membrane. Sinusoids are the wider, more permeable capillary found in the organs such as liver, bone marrow, which facilitate the greater exchange of substances through it, and its walls are incomplete and their lumen is also much larger than usual, so that blood flow through it more slowly under less pressure and can come directly into contact with the cells outside the sinusoidal wall. Now talking on veins and venules. Veins return deoxygenated blood back to the heart at lower pressure. Like arteries, veins have also three layers, that is tunica adventitia, tunica media, and tunica intima. In vein, tunica adventitia is thinner and tunica media have less muscular tissue, due to which the veins are thinner than arteries because of less muscles and elastic tissue, especially in tunica media. Veins also contain valves that prevent backflow and ensure unidirectional blood flow. The cups of valves are semilunar in shape, formed by fold of tunica intima, and the venules are the smallest veins collecting blood from capillaries. And at any time, about two-thirds of the body blood is in venous system. Now talking on commonly used clinical indicator, that is capillary refill time. This refers to the time it takes for skin color to return to a balanced area of skin after pressure is applied. When a When an area of skin is pressed firmly with a finger, it turns white because of the blood in the capillary under the finger has been squeezed out. Normally, it should take less than 2 seconds for the capillaries to refill once the finger is removed and the skin turns pink again. A prolonged CRT may suggest poor peripheral perfusion or dehydration. While this test is considered more reliable in pediatric assessment, it may have limitation in adult population. Fluid exchange across capillary wall is governed by two principal forces, hydrostatic pressure and osmotic pressure. Hydrostatic pressure is the pressure exerted by the blood against the capillary wall, which tends to push fluid out of the surrounding tissues. And the osmotic pressure, also called oncotic pressure, which largely maintained by plasma proteins such as albumin, which is secreted by the liver. Osmotic pressure pulls fluid back into the capillaries. At the arterial end of the capillary, hydrostatic pressure exceeds osmotic pressure. In a hydrostatic pressure, nearly 35 mm of Hg pressure is present and osmotic pressure is nearly 25 mm of Hg, which promote filtration to and toward the venous in the balance shift to favor reabsorption. Talking on the difference between these blood vessels, arteries carry blood away from the heart and have thick muscular and elastic walls to withstand high pressure. Their lumen is narrow and they do not contain valves. Most arteries transport oxygen-rich blood except the pulmonary artery and umbilical artery, which carry deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Talking on the capillaries, capillaries are the smallest and thinnest blood vessel, consisting of single layer of endothelial cells. They serve as the primary site for the exchange of oxygen, carbon dioxide, nutrients and waste product between the blood and surrounding tissue. Due to their extremely narrow lumen, red blood cells pass through them one at a time. And vein on the other hand carry blood back to the heart. They have thinner wall and wider lumen compared to arteries. As the blood pressure in vein is much lower, veins also contain valves that prevent the backflow of the blood, ensuring one-way flow toward the heart. Most veins carry deoxygenated blood except the pulmonary valve veins, which return oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. The diameter of blood vessel is regulated by the autonomic nervous system, particularly the sympathetic nervous system. This regulation ensures the appropriate distribution of blood flow and maintenance of the blood pressure dynamically to the body physiological needs. Also talk on blood vessel state. There are three states of blood vessel: baseline, vasodilation and vasoconstriction. Baseline state is also called resting states. Here the sympathetic stimulation is moderate, muscle tone is also moderate, thickness of the blood vessel wall is also moderate, diameter of the lumen is moderate, peripheral resistance in the arterioles is also moderate. This is a default state where the vessel is neither overly relaxed nor overly constricted. And during vasodilation states, reduced sympathetic activity leads to the relaxation of smooth muscle, increasing the diameter of the lumen. This reduces the blood pressure and improves blood flow. And third state is vasoconstriction. Here the sympathetic stimulation is increased, smooth muscle is contracted, thickness of the blood vessel wall is thicker, diameter of the lumen is also decreased. Peripheral resistance in the arteriole is increased, and the increased sympathetic nerve impulse causes the smooth muscle in the vessel wall to contract, narrowing the lumen. This raises the resistance and blood pressure. We can say that the sympathetic nervous systems control vascular tone by adjusting the diameter of the blood vessels. When there is more stimulation, there is vasoconstriction, increased resistance and pressure. During less stimulation, there is vasodilation, which decreases resistance and pressure. Thank you for joining today's presentation. If you found informative, please do like and subscribe for more educational video, and feel free to leave any questions or topic suggestion in the comment section below. Until next time, stay healthy and curious. Bye bye.